everybody. Good afternoon. How are you? That's what I was going to ask in this segment as a preparation for my retreat coming next month. I want people to attend and get involved and get the most out of the retreat. What we intend to um, really make people go through an experience of finding more about what's going on with their bodies, with their minds, with their hearts, and all that, in a way that is going to be easy for them to discover areas of enhancement, right? The retreat is for the human enhancement, if at all there is a scope for that, or if at all somebody wants to enhance themselves. If you say, oh, I'm like this, I don't want to uh, go deeper aspects of my life at this time, that is fine. But if you are intent to, for example, you are restless in your mind, or you kind of react too much at work and that's causing a lot of stress for you, or you are not able to handle a lot of overwork that they're dishing it, to pay attention to your diet that much, to any number of issues, right? You could, we hope to provide info and inspiration to get that experience, at least to some extent, in the retreat, and also take home some resources that you would try to use them in your life and also help other people follow that. That's the intent of it. The whole thing is about enhancing the human being of us, right? Humor is the from the earth elements what we form the physical body or mental body, and the being is the consciousness, is the spark of life that we all have. How do we enhance them, bring them out? Okay, so this is a disarming question that I'm going to pose. Okay, how are you? Are you happy, carefree, and are you looking for the future uh, with promise, or with adaptation of something positive, something that you could really imagine could be really uh, helpful to be blissful and happy, right? So as you are at the retreat, you got to take a moment and ask yourself, how am I really? Do I feel happy, carefree, and quietly hopeful for the about the future? It's kind of not empty optimism, in yourself, in your body and mind, in your confidence of having a resilient body and a stable mind and a present mind and a heart that is kind of to care for whatever you do, that kind of thing, is it? So before we begin our time together, I want to check with all of you, how are you today in your body, in your mind, in your heart? Do you feel happy, carefree, and open to a future fulfilled with promise? Okay. So the other way to ask is, how am I being in this moment? Am I happy? Am I carefree? Do I sense a future that feels spacious, meaningful, and full of promise? Okay. So these kind of things that I want you to consider, reflect on, and then get ready for that. Okay. So we're going to send these things also for people to uh, really work with at their leisure before they come there. Okay. So see, as the ancient wisdom paved the way for me to transcend excessive sorrow in life, it also helped me to realize the peace, joy, and resilience are not imported from outside, they arise naturally when one turns inward, right? So you don't have to have self realization, but more like a centered completion. Okay. Um, See, it kind of helps you to quiet and steady awareness that is untouched by external circumstances to, minor degree or major degree. And also, uh, what liberated me from lot of inward problems really resulted in gently serving others outwardly. Okay, so it's a kind of every wave of suffering lies an unbroken ocean of stillness, right? We see that. Okay, so 17, 18 January morning, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, two sessions of 3 hours each, and you will be, you know, kind of taking a good look at yourself, and then basically we're going to see whether you can develop this inner freedom. Outwardly, people may have physical freedom. People may have some economic freedom. So many freedoms are there, but inwardly, people are not free. They're still um, are essentially fear, desire, comparison, and the restless movement of thought. That is pretty apparent, right? So, one may live in a free society, but yet remain a prisoner inwardly, bound by not by chains, but by one's own thoughts, fears, and conditioning. Okay, so can you be free from that inner conflict, compulsive thinking, and psychological dependence? That's what I plan to show you. Okay, so if you have, you know, inwardly free, that's good. But otherwise, you could understand what that means, how it looks, and how it is that you are not having that, how you can adjust your thinking, adjust your understanding, and then develop that inner resilience where you are free from these compulsions, these conditionings. That's what I'm hope to do. So it's all a question of understanding that and then going about it. Many people are not interested in that because they may not know how to go about it. They may not have the time or inclination, or they're too much driven by their own problems inside. Right? Many people they get lost in the job. They don't have time for this self care or reflection on their own conditioning and a reflection on what are the possibility that is there and adopt it. And also, change is difficult. People don't want to change that easily, and it could be painful as your age is growing up. So people get stuck with whatever they think this is the way it should be, and then they don't want to make any effort. They may say, "What is the purpose? Why should I change? I'm okay like this." But when they really have problem with their mental status or with their relationship or with their physical health, then they come to seek the whatever help they could get. But my is it, everybody has this inner resilience that can be brought out by being proactive about your wellness. So then, if you get sick, okay, you can go and get help. But more likely, when you are spending a lot of your energy, time in that self care, that we say comprehensive self care. So you may get some things about these four pillars of wellness, and you may be doing them already, or you may learn them new, and you will also experience how does it feel if we do that, and how does it feel if I have a tool that I can take home to. Maybe 1 to 10 tools I've got to present, but the tools could be Vipassana, just sitting down and focusing on the breath that is coming in and out of the nose, and then really keeping your mind centered there. That is very simple, right? People can do that. Like that. Suppose I show you exercise form that you could do in 10 minutes that will really help you to feel relaxed, and then also feels you more like all the tension is gone out of the body. You could use that every day. instead of going there and then not being fit and then having problems working, right? I see a lot of people, a lot of doctors do that. They don't really make themselves ready for the work, and they go jump in and go, and they get stressed out. You see, and then they come and say, help us to see how we can relieve this stress, which is good. When they come, we welcome them, we try to help them, and we give them the tools. And the people who have done this, they have done very well. That is basically pay attention. What's going on? Am I getting too mired by my work, or am I preparing for the work and then go and enjoy my work? And when I'm done working, I'm not really exhausted. This is possible in modern life, and this has to be done. Otherwise, people are succumbing to the pressures of the society, right? So that's what I've planned to do. I want people to figure out, okay, this is the area that I would like to enhance myself. Not just doing it, but by doing it, I enhance my body, I enhance my mind, I enhance my heart, I enhance my understanding, I enhance my routines, and I will incorporate new routines that could really help me to be better. Okay, not according to somebody, but according to what you want to achieve, what you want to go into. So this is all these talks are going to be prep for you to prepare yourself to come and learn those tools and experiment with them, and really go on improving yourself and your family, your society, and all that. Okay, so it's going to be a workshop like, but at the same time, not all the work all the time. It's like going to be, what is human enhancement mean? Where are the areas that we can identify without really exposing ourselves to the group? What are the areas that you want to learn? Suppose you are somebody who is trying to do meditation, and you have been doing it, but it has gone of its novelty, and now you don't see much change for that, and you don't have the appetite for it, for example. Then we could teach you what is meditation, what is not meditation, what you can do to help yourself to understand the entire process of thinking, its problems, its good things, and all that. So this is like a big deal for a lot of people these days, because where almost all of us are knowledge workers. We have a lot of thinking to do, and we have to be sharp, and we should not be burned out by too much thinking, and also brain fog, lack of sleep, rest. All these things are happening, right? So that's where you can help yourself. Okay, if you are not able to go to sleep because you are thinking too much, or your mind doesn't slow down, then you got to understand that's a problem going to be if you neglect it now. Okay, so it may be a problem already, but the longer you delay this, the more it is going to affect your sleep and affect your energy, and affect your relationships, affect your job, and all that. So understanding human health, understanding the wellness factors, understanding the measures that you could do proactively to preserve your wellness or to enhance your wellness. That's what we're going to attempt to do here. Okay. So, anybody has any questions on this, you could come up and ask me. Otherwise, I was going to describe what I'm preparing for the um January 17th, 18th retreat, and people can come in the morning, 7 o'clock to 10, 2 days, and we will be handing out a workbook, and we'll be handing materials and also recordings after the, you know, uh, thing is done. Okay. So I plan to do this several times a year so that people can take advantage of that. And because you cannot expect everything to be done within a couple of days. You may understand, you may have an inclination to look into that and then get some information. But I want people to walk away with some insights, not just information that you'll forget. Insights in terms of your life. What is it that they said that's applicable to my lifestyle, and that could be very beneficial for me down the line? Okay, then you may get sick, but you'll go early. you may get recovery is much faster. For example, I teach people immunity boosting yoga routine that you could do from head to toe just to enhance the lymph flow around the lymph nodes. And that would help you to improve your immunity quite a bit. Okay. And I do this casually in my morning routine. Suppose I teach you how to take care of your eyes, and you may not be needing eyeglasses. Even if you have needing eyeglasses, your eyesight improve so much, then you can change the power of the eyeglasses too. So there are so many things like that. I could share with you from the ancient wisdom and the modern medical perspective, and you could go and get. Suppose some people do not pay attention to their blood pressure, blood sugar, things like that. Then we can teach you devices that you can wear that will help you much better to control that. Okay, so this is very intentional, good intentional, and with the spirit of helping everybody, and with the spirit of understanding all the people that are going through the stress and burnout, and understanding the system that is producing it, and the people who are participating in the system are not protecting themselves, or equipping themselves with tools that they could fight this social conditioning much better. Okay, you don't have to do too much. Get up and walk while you are going around. Don't think too much. Enjoy the scenery. Keep your mind quiet. So if you can do these two consciously every day, then you are 60% healthy probably, and then you say, okay, I'm not going to hold on to things, I'm going to let go things, so I will not be carrying grudges, I'll not be carrying angers or incident that happened a long time ago, and I'm kind of suffering holding on to them. That's all unnecessary suffering. There are so many areas I'm going to show you where we suffer human life instead of celebrating human life and enjoying human life. I enjoy myself. I enjoy teaching yoga to people. I enjoy fixing their mental chatter. I enjoy teaching people how to go and relate with the nature, communicate with the nature, and have a relationship with the nature, and how that relieves your stress. I teach people in the managerial roles how to be a servant leader, and all these things I kind of view as the enhancing the human beings that is in front of me. Okay, not that they're stupid, not that they don't know, but lots of times they may not have the inclination to do it. I know many doctors who knows that importance of exercise, importance of taking some quiet time, importance of sleeping well and eating well and all that, but 90% or above doctor friends of mine, they don't eat properly. They don't eat, sitting down and chewing and all that. And so they don't exercise. Most of them, they say, oh, I'm so busy, I'm walking around, why do I need exercise? No, you need to work up your heart rate to a certain degree where that will be there for a while. So there's a formula that we use. What is your age, what is your height, and accordingly what are the optimal heart rate you could see, and how you could stay there for 20 minutes. All that I teach people so that they can employ that formula, so then they can uh, is a high intensity exercise may not be for everybody, right? So not for young people maybe, but as you go into the 40s, 50s, it's going to be difficult. So I teach them how to be non-high impact exercise that can help you with your heart also. Okay, see, there are so many areas that we could help ourselves and enhance our human beingness. Okay, that's what I was very diligently trying to help you understand what I mean by proactive wellness, how you can be proactive, just to be with in all these measures, and also having a regular life every day, so that you can. I know you're all learning from so many tools from so many people who are health coaches, wellness coaches. That's all fine. But I want to bring in my unique brand of modern medicine plus ancient wisdom combination. Then you are, if you take the best of both, I think you are very wise and you're very smart, right? So actually, I'm an example of that. So I don't take any medications. I don't have any problems in the body in the sense, and I work very high level with people's burnout and stress, and also train corporation leaders to be servant leaders for their companies. So there are big deals. I don't. I may not have to take so many people, but at least a few of them, maybe four in a 3 months period for four doctors and four corporate people and like that. I kind of keep it deliberately. Many people are not interested in this comprehensive evaluation, comprehensive daily disciplined way of living. It's too much for them. But there is a way to ease into what is that you would consider most important to be taken care of now. And you see, these days they're taking face scans and they can tell you what kind of cellular health you have, what kind of metabolic health you have, what kind of inner brewing of cardiovascular disease or diabetes is brewing up. Okay, people may not know it yet because they have not had any symptoms, but they feel their energy is down. They feel that not sleeping well. They feel that they are not able to eat well. All those things are there, right? So that's a kind of unnecessary suffering. You don't have to. You can. It's a kind of a cheerleading and inspiring people to live well. Live well for a long time. Live well for a long time and also live in joy. Okay, you can experience joy if you understand the human life and relate appropriately, and then you could really have a good relationship, family, friends, and all that. You could have good working conditions. You could have a lot of resilience about providing services to other people. So, for example, as a doctor, if I treat somebody, I have immense satisfaction. I feel good about myself that I tried to resolve the problem for them. Lots of them, they call me over the phone and say, "Oh, we have a sudden death, or we have sudden diagnosis of certain cancer or certain bad disease for my husband or for my wife, whatever it is." Okay, they come up. How do you handle them? Like Buddha said, we will have the first arrow of incidents happening to us that we cannot avoid. They're inevitable in life. But we have the choice of how to handle our reactions to the problem that we have. That he called the second arrow. The second arrow aggravation will be according to you. Suppose you kind of go on thinking about it, go on worrying about it, then you'll deplete a lot of energy. So there's those kind of things. So if people can look at them and then improve their understanding and also develop a plethora of interventions that they can learn as learnable skills and apply them. It's going to be very difficult to all of them. So that's why you may have to come a couple of times to really grasp. But if you prepare with what I'm going to send you and answer those questions or ask more questions, so when you come to the retreat, you'll have a lot more engagement, lot more use because you have learned all these resources, and then you can go and apply them, and then I'll be following you too, so that you can relate to me over the phone. That's what usually gives me a lot of people come to me and ask me, because when I'm in the room, a lot of people are hesitant to come and discuss. I ask them, come and ask me questions, come and question what I'm saying, or if you are not clear about it, ask me, then I will try to explain it in a much different way. And I don't know, for some reason, many people don't come up. Only a few friends of mine, they come up, and then we go ahead and discuss because that discussion could be helpful to people who are not coming up because they don't want to come and talk. That may be okay. But I like to have dialogue. I invite them. So I'm not going to force them to accept anything from me, but help them to explore these topics better. Maybe bring some expertise, maybe bring some experience, maybe bring some uh, real questions that I could generate even in that talk. So, anybody has anything to say? Then you can come up and tell me whether you like this kind of talks, or you can say, I want to do 3 or 4 times these kind of rooms where I will be introducing you to what I'm planning to do on the retreat. And you could prepare now and say, what is that I would like to enhance myself? What is the part that I would say that I need? Suppose you have a weight loss, you may be doing some things with the Noom vibe. Fine, continue them. But also, how can we enhance your exercise capacity of losing weight and all that, right? So that is going to be my contribution to take any player of any game and help them to develop those muscles that they need. Golfers need different muscles, tennis player needs different muscles, and the football players need different muscles and all that. So whenever interference from outside to improve the efficiency or enhancement of the human, that helped them a lot. Initially, that may be difficult. It's difficult to get into the routines. It is difficult to get into the habits, and then really contribute. But slowly they will do this. One of the things I'm very proud of in my career is I kind of worked with a lot of smokers in my practice. I kind of trained them, I kind of allowed them to develop inner resilience. They were able to quit smoking on their own with a chair because we made them first understand what's the problem, where the problem is, and what are the numbers say. All you have to do is just take the FEV1, which is the forced expiratory volume in first second, and see how that is. Accordingly, you can tell them how their capacity to breathe is going down. And seeing that, seeing an X-ray, seeing some pulmonary function test, people are motivated to get better. So I'm kind of going a little ahead. It's not just when you are symptomatic or you have problems, but also normally when you're healthy. What are you doing? Do you ever sit down and reflect on what is going on in my life? What is that I'm doing? Or you say, "Oh, I'll be whatever I want to be, and this is the way." Then, when the things go the south, then you may regret that you have not taken this advice of fixing things when they are in the small, and then nip it in the bud, right? That's what they say. So we want to nip it in the bud. All these whispers that we get from the body and the mind. Okay. I have a lot of fun presenting this kind of perspective for the people who want to come and attend my retreat on 17th and 18th. And the more you prepare yourself, the more you understand the purpose and things we're going to do, because you'll be given a lot of information once you register, and then you can review that, and maybe you're doing something very right. Okay, that's fine, that's good. But if you have some enhancement of that also, you could come and discuss with us. If even if you're an advanced yoga practitioner, you come to me, I will take you to perspectives which are good to explore, because I am a continuous learning student. So I will learn everything, even small things also every day. So I can always bring you that perspective. Not that we have to have all the answers, but we have to have the enthusiasm to learn. We have to have the discipline to learn every day. And those things, I think I kind of got them from the yoga practitioners and also the ancient as a whole. Okay. You can come up and tell me what is working for you now and what is not working for you, and you may want to work with me about those things. We can do the discussion right here and now, and you can see what is that you could improve just because you have attended this uh, talk. Okay. I have a lot of enthusiasm about this. So I end up pumped up about doing a good job for the people who are going to attend and really help them to transform themselves by doing some stuff we're going to talk about. My reward is going to be looking at the lives transformed and then energy generated and happiness and bliss is flourishing, and they respond to the life events, whatever events, much better than emotionally getting turmoil and then really talking a lot about things but not doing enough. Okay. I'll be opening live on LinkedIn and Instagram there also, because I've been clubbing all this together. So I'm not interacting with my friends on the LinkedIn and the Facebook and YouTube. Okay, if I do live there, I will interact with them. I do interact with going to the rooms and then getting some DMs and all that. So only the people who are interested will DM me, and that's fine too. I don't mind dealing with that way. But if you want me to go to the real areas of change, then you have to really participate. Okay. This app also, Noom Vibe, they don't give me encouragement by attending and then seeing the real value I want to bring it. There's no doubt about it. About wellness excellence, wellness Paul, I have been providing real value because this is like a important thing for me to promote wellness around the world, not only individual but also professionals, but also societies, but also the professionals and tech people and big tech companies or corporations, whatever it is. So these five areas we work on, and we can now help people to fix themselves. Sometimes when you go to the companies, I can do the whole class for 25 people, 20 people like that. And then some of them really sign up in the gym and then do the diet, do all those things after they come and see that. But yes, a lot more is needed. Okay, so I'm just participating the best of my ability, but I bring in a lot of understandings of the modern and ancient medicine. So that combination is not that easy to get. Okay, people may be compassionate about one thing, may be passionate about one particular thing, but to have understanding of the generations and having insight on that and bringing the wisdom for everybody is rare. Okay? You got to be balanced. You cannot be completely sold on something and say this is it, nothing else. No, you got to understand what are the breakthroughs of the modern science and how you can master them. And you can also bring rationally the insights of the ancients. Okay, that's where we don't want to be superstitious or belief and all that. We just have to allow the material to be reviewed and to be scientifically approved and all that. We work both ways. All right. So I think my effort is done, and I hope you people are going to come next time. Maybe tell me what is that you want to learn and what is that you are looking to enhance yourself, or you are doing such a fantastic job. You could come and share that story so that you could really encourage other people to share their stories too. Okay. All right. I will see you again. I think I'm here for about 35 minutes now. That's not bad. It didn't feel like such a long time for me, but the clock is showing me I'm into the 36th minute. So thank you. And I will be doing this room often just to bring in whatever I'm trying to do, how is the preparation is good for you, and how you can prepare for that, and how you can really learn to enhance yourself. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.